How to know if God wants you to be with someone? Easy. If being with Him doesn't compromise your relationship with God, but rather strengthens it. The one God has for you will have similar desires for God as you, and encourage you to pursue Christ. He will have similar morals and values and lead a life in which He puts God first. Because, believe me, God won't send you someone that corrupts your character or leads you astray. Therefore, you will know that your relationship glorifies God if your conversations and activities honor God with your body, mind, and soul. Fact is, every relationship, no matter if romantic or not, will either add to your life or subtract from it. And the man God wants you to be with will add to it. God will not send you someone that drains your energy and disturbs your peace, but He will lead you to a man that edifies you. This man will be a safe haven for your thoughts and dreams, and he will believe and support you on your journey. So ask yourself the following questions. Does he have your back when life is hard? Does he boost your confidence when you feel like just giving up? If he's the right one for you, he will support you when you face challenges and vice versa, and the two of you will make each other better. There is a very real assumption that if you feel comfortable around your partner without makeup, then he's the one. And that's very true. But I believe you have to drop more than just your makeup, namely the walls around your heart. Because one way how to know if he's the one God has for you is when you feel completely comfortable being vulnerable. Sometimes sharing our deepest secrets and biggest flaws can be a challenge. We are scared that he might not like it and leave, or may simply be ashamed of them. However, the right one will make you feel good about yourself and love you just the way you are. So if you can confide in him and love seeing yourself through his eyes, then he might just be the one that God has for you. While I really don't want to encourage any of you to treat God like a genie who will cater to your unrealistic expectation of a man, I want to encourage you that God knows you and knows the man he has for you. Therefore, one way to tell if he is the one is if the guy you are with possesses the godly characteristics you prayed for. If you sincerely prayed for your future husband to be kind, loving, and wise, then you know God has ordained the relationship if he answered your prayer. Remember that God has created every single person on this earth. He knows exactly who is right for you and will send them when the time is right. Therefore, you won't have to settle, compromise, or drop your standards if they are godly. One thing I believe God does when he wants you to be with someone is that he will send you very clear signs of whether or not the person is the one for you. That is why you have to pay close attention to his words and actions. Do they match? A man who is in it for the long run wants to be trustworthy and make sure that he's reliable. He won't say one thing and do another, but rather show you with his actions that he is serious about you. Many men will speak all the things they want to do, but only a few will actually follow up and put in the work. And they will only do so for the woman they value. When God sends you a man, that man will have integrity and stand by his word. One way to know that a man is dating you with intention is that if he prioritizes spending time with you every week. While your life should not revolve around each other, they definitely should include each other. You will notice that before he makes plans with his friends, he ensures that you get to spend time with each other first. And whenever he has exciting news to share or something to talk about, you are the first person that he contacts. The truth is, the best relationships are the ones where the couples consider each other as best friends and truly share their lives with each other. When you have a true bond that is built on real intimacy and not just physical attraction, you will enjoy spending time together and talking for hours so much more. We all know that saying and the movie, "He's just not that into you." One of the many signs that you are dating someone that isn't just that into you is that he will not put in any effort to be with you. Every interaction will be initiated by you, and oftentimes every date will be planned by you too. It feels like the love and interest is one-sided. However, one of the signs God wants you to be with someone is that he will send a man that is actively pursuing you. That man will call you, will text you, and he will enjoy planning a date or two to make you happy. Because one of the most obvious signs God wants you to be with someone is that the relationship will flourish if he is the one and will end it if he is not the one. We live in a time where we can connect with hundreds of people through online dating, and that has influenced a man's desire to commit to one woman. A lot of them are scared that they might find someone better after they are already committed to you. But if you ask them what better is, they can't seem to put it into words. If God put him in your life, that will not be the case for him. He will know you are the right one for him based on your personality, actions, and most likely your looks. Yes, attraction does play a role. A man who knows what he wants will show you by stating his intentions for the relationship early on. He will have a vision for the relationship he is looking for and the type of woman he wants in it. The funny thing about trust is that it needs to be earned. Like a bank account, both of you need to make little deposits to the trust bank account daily. After a while, when you feel comfortable, you can start increasing the amount. The man God has for you will make you feel comfortable investing. You will trust him because of his words and actions as mentioned above. His intention for you will be clear and you will feel peace about the relationship. The best way to test that is to observe his actions when he's around you. Is he open and communicative or closed up and hard to read? Does he have a problem with you being close when he's on the phone or reading emails? Or does he ask you to pick up a call if he's busy? These habits might seem small, but if he's overly secretive around you, it's an obvious sign that he's hiding bigger things from you. In a thriving relationship, your fears and doubts will vanish the more times you spend together. You will start to trust him, not just with the relationship, but with your life, goals, and future. Number 10, he respects you. Too often we think respecting someone only refers to the way we speak to them. However, in relationships, respect is part of the foundation you build on and can make or break it. It's the daily habits that you have to look out for in the beginning. One way to know if God has ordained the relationship is whether he respects you. Does he respect your time and give you his uninterrupted attention when you are together? Or is he preoccupied with work or other things? Another way to see if he respects you is in conversations. Does he repeatedly cut you off when you are discussing something? Or does he value your opinion and appreciate your point of view? Last but not least, is he loyal? Now this one is the important one. Remember that being in a relationship means the two of you are merging two completely different families, backgrounds, and experiences. That means you will run into situations where one of you is wrongly perceived, and only if the two of you can stick up for each other, your relationship can survive. And I know that even with all these signs God wants you to be with someone, it can sometimes be hard to know for sure. That's why it's important to understand what God's will is for your romantic relationships.